more now. We're joined by Texas Republican Senator Ted Cruz. Senator, good to have you on the show this morning.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
Yeah, appreciate your time. Let's talk 2024. I'll cut straight to the chase, see if we can't make some news right here on Morning in America. Are you ready to endorse anybody in this race, sir?
No, I am staying out of the presidential race. The different people running, I know them all. I respect them all. They're friends. I trust the voters to make that determination. And whoever wins the Republican nomination, I will support enthusiastically. I'm running for re-election in Texas in 2024, and I'm focused on representing 30 million Texans and fighting to defend our rights and fighting back against really the extreme agenda we're seeing in Washington. If you look at where Joe Biden and the Senate Democrats are, I've never seen Washington as extreme as it is right now. And so every day I'm fighting for jobs, fighting for freedom, and fighting for security for 30 million Texans.
Yeah. And when you talk about, you've never seen it as extreme as it is right now, we had former Vice President Mike Pence on our show last night for that town hall. Mm-hmm. And he says the Republican Party is at a crossroads with an unbridgeable divide between the conservative and populist wings of the GOP. Do you agree with that when you talk about division?
So I don't at all. I actually think the conservative and populist wings are very much overlapping. I'm a conservative. I've been a conservative all my life, a constitutional conservative. At the same time, I think the populist movement in the Republican Party is incredibly important. When I was first elected by the people of Texas in 2012, I came to Washington really advocating that the Republican Party needed to change, that for too long people had viewed the Republican Party as a country club party, a party of big business. Mm-hmm. And in my view, we are and should be the party of jobs. We are and should be a blue-collar party. We should be the party of truck drivers and construction workers and cops and firefighters and waiters and waitresses and everyone that has calluses on their hands and works. And I do think that's one of the most consequential aspects of the Trump presidency is I think Donald Trump being president accelerated the Republican Party becoming a blue-collar party. I welcome that enthusiastically. It's something I've been fighting for a long time.
And speaking of the Donald Trump presidency, I know you're staying out of, endorsing somebody, but could we at least talk VP pick? Because it does look like it'll be President Trump with the primary nomination. I mean, he's in a league of his own. Who does his running mate need to be, in your opinion, in order to win and secure some moderates, some people who are undecided?
Well, listen, we are a long way from Election Day. We're a long way from the primaries. I've done this before. In 2016, I came in second to Donald Trump. I won 12 states across the country, earned 8 million votes, and saw an incredible coalition. Saw actually 326,000 volunteers come behind my campaign. I remember in the 2016 campaign, at this point in the calendar, Jeb Bush was the dominant favorite. So my view, let's let the voters decide. We'll have Iowa, we'll have New Hampshire, we'll have South Carolina, and those voters there are going to vet the candidates. They're going to make their decisions. But at this point, none of us know for sure what the outcome will be. And that's the beautiful thing about our democratic system, is that it will be we, the people, who make the determination. That's the way it's meant to operate.
Yeah. Let's get to some other news that was made this week. I want to get to the impeachment inquiry that your colleagues opened up in the House. They've launched against President Biden. Yep. Not all Republican lawmakers are behind this. Not all Americans may be sold on the idea. A recent survey from the left-leaning public policy polling found that just 38% of registered voters think the impeachment inquiry into President Biden is a serious effort, compared to, 56% who say it's a political stunt. Are you worried that, supporting this impeachment effort could cost Republicans in 2024, both in Congress and also the race for the White House?
Well, I think the House of Representatives opening up the impeachment inquiry was the right thing to do. And the reason it's the right thing to do is based on the evidence. There is a growing mountain of evidence that Joe Biden solicited and received millions of dollars of bribes from foreign oligarchs. That is a grave criminal offense if true. At this point, it hasn't been proven. That's why the House is engaged in an impeachment inquiry. But the facts are considerable. I do every week a podcast. It's called Verdict with Ted Cruz. It's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And in that podcast, I break down the facts. So the latest podcast that came out yesterday walked through the principal argument that the Democrats and many in the media are repeating as they say there is no direct involvement of Joe Biden's corruption. They all but concede Hunter Biden is corrupt as the day is long, but their talking point is there's no direct evidence of Joe Biden's corruption. In the podcast, I walk through in detail how that is false.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.